Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, and I'd like to share what I found most interesting about Erikson and his theory of the psychosocial stages of development. So to begin, Erikson's theory was basically that all humans go through issues or battles throughout each stage of their life, from infant up to adulthood. It's through these battles that humans develop their personalities, whether they do it negatively by failing at the battle or positively by succeeding at the battle. One reason why I found Erikson and his theory most interesting is because he talks a lot about adolescents, also known as teenagers, as you might see in the image on the screen. I currently teach 6th and 7th grade and have seen ages range from 11 to as high as 13 or 14, sadly, within my 6th and 7th grade classes. This age group would be considered early adolescence. Much of what he discusses in terms of this group is what interested me the most. One point in particular is the idea that adolescents struggle with an identity versus role confusion crisis. They're constantly trying to discover what their roles are in the world outside of just being a part of their family. They want to know who they are uniquely and individually. I can definitely see this when I think about my kids. One thing I think is extremely important to note about Erikson's theory is the idea that failure to succeed at each stage's battle will fall into the stages to come. To me, this means if during infancy a child fails at the trust versus mistrust battle, this is not the only stage that will be affected by this failure. You'll see this issue of trust versus mistrust in other stages of their life until they succeed at it. This is a major point I would like to apply more inside of my classroom and would love to see other teachers do too. I think sometimes as teachers we forget to really get to know our kids and discover what issues lie behind their misbehaviors. I think a lot of times those misbehaviors are just coping mechanisms they've learned to try and deal with one or maybe even more than one internal battle they failed at succeeding in past stages. One thing Erikson believed was that what we do or don't do can and will affect people around us. I strongly believe in this. I think of it, for example, with people who have issues they haven't come to terms with or haven't healed from in prior years. It doesn't go away just because they're in a new stage of their life. It moves with them and can affect others. This theory makes me as a teacher want to be more compassionate and understanding, and I think it's a theory I would hope my principal would support and see worth sharing with our staff in a professional development. Why? Because teachers gaining an understanding of what issues their students are battling at each stage would help them build stronger relationships with their students and could spark motivation and growth. A 13-year-old student who is dealing with a trust versus mistrust battle, while at the same time trying to battle with their adolescence battle of discovering who they are in this world, needs more than just a referral and a phone call home. They need a trusting, patient, and understanding adult who they can possibly see as a stepping stone in succeeding in a failed battle from the past. I strongly believe that all of what I've taken from this theory will be extremely beneficial to other teachers within my school building. Again, this is Jasmine, and this has been my take on why I'm most interested in Erikson and his theory of the psychosocial stages of development. Thank you.